Good evening, Central Georgia. I'm meteorologist Jordan West. Overall, a quiet night across downtown Macon. Not too much going on this Thursday. Macon sitting at a cool 66 degrees, dew point at 63, so not very humid out there this evening. But taking a live look at the radar, nothing really popping up here. Lots of little green clutter that the radar is picking up on, but that's not actually any rain. We haven't seen any rain the past couple of days. Not seeing rain now, and probably won't see any rain in the immediate future. And that's all thanks to this high pressure that we have just to our north and west. This high pressure, it's moving clockwise, and as you can see with the winds going from the north out into the south and then the west northward again. This is really important at the surface because aloft in the upper levels of the atmosphere, we have a lot of just dry air that's associated with this high pressure for one. And number two, we have this little swirling action. Let's see that loop again. As you can see there, that little swirling. That's how I know there's a low pressure system sitting there. So we have a low pressure in the upper levels of the atmosphere, and then at the bottom, the surface, we have this high pressure. So what does that mean for us? Well, it means sinking motion. Lower pressure tends to expand and higher pressure tends to compact, which is why it's called high pressure. So a really high pressure situation going on across the surface of the earth, but throughout the entire atmosphere we have downward sinking motion, which means there's no rising motion. Warm air isn't rising. That water that's on the ground, that's in the Gulf of Mexico off the eastern coast, it needs to rise before it can come down as precipitation. But because it's sinking, we're not going to see any rain over the past couple of days. And more importantly, because it's all the way up into the atmosphere, we're going to see this over the next week or so. You can see now over the future view, you didn't see any green pop up here in central Georgia. That's why. Here's our dew point temperatures, and they've been in the 60s. They've been in the 50s even as we wake up in the past few mornings, and that's also the reason why. Nevertheless, because we're not seeing this rain, temperatures have the opportunity to really grow and expand. Temperatures currently in the mid 60s, but earlier today we were in the mid 80s and overall just really dry. Now the humidity will keep back up, but it'll take a few days, like I said, over the next week or so. Tonight we'll drop to 62 for now, tomorrow getting up to 86. So relatively warm days, a little bit drier waking up, but no rain over the next 7 days is the big picture of it all. Now again, those temperatures are going to rise slowly but surely, but starting on Monday we'll be back into the 90s. Humidity starts to slowly rise, and as we get into Thursday of next week, we'll be back into the mid 90s. So pack up and get ready for all this heat.